Hello guys, it's ScherBR talking, and let's talk about the new update that just hit the Valkyrie Anatomia game. It's a huge update, most people won't be able to just play with all the stuff that's just released, but we need to talk about this stuff because it's very important, it changes the game a little. And let's just click the notice so we can start talking about the update itself. Well, we just have a very important thing here, I really ask for your attention, is the Valkyrie Anatomia crossover survey. This survey here will lead you to a page that you can, when you click here, you just open the browser. Well, it's very important for you guys to give your feedback. I do believe this is the best chance for giving feedback to the game. You can just say what doesn't make you happy, something that you want changed, and what's the character that you want more crossover. You can just get creative and suggest everything. I don't think that's anything outside the table. You'll also be getting 150 gems free for doing this survey. Please just do this, it's very important. I suggest you guys talk about the free gems, it's the thing that matters the most for me, and also the daily stuff that sometimes you have to kill 15 enemies, it's just impossible and you just waste a lot of AP trying to do this, and it's not a good thing. Daily gems, gems rewards from clearance stages, these are the two things more important for me, and also the AP needed to clear all events. So I do think the remedy for this is to at least give us some AP points every day for now, and they just keep the release of new events in a better schedule. I don't know. Some people like a lot of events going on. I kind of like, because I can just choose what I want to do. But some people just get a little overwhelmed and they just don't have the time to clear everything. I'm still farming for the events going on, so you'll just have to use all of my AP pods to get everything I want. Okay, so that's clear. The first thing here is the survey. It's very important, guys. Okay. They also updated the terms of use update. I don't know what they changed here because it's a lot of tests. And it's just for you people to check if you want to see what they changed. I just can't do this here. Well, let's just check the upcoming new features. They said this thing here is what was released on this update. So this Sublimation and the Legendary Evolution for weapons. This Legendary Evolution just reaches very far. I do believe they just did this because they want to match the base game from Japan to global, so they can solve a lot of problems with the game because they just can keep pushing forward without having some things that work the same on the two versions. So that's, I don't think they did this because there's a lot of events that won't need you to have Legendary Evolution weapons, but the people that have a lot of weapons, they may just like this stuff and they have the opportunity to use it, but it's not obligation. The game just not power craft itself so much so that this is a needed thing. You can skip it for now, you can just see people using this stuff and you can wait for your chance and your time, the best time to do this. Well, this is the Legendary Evolution. It's a new step on evolution for weapons. 6-star weapons can be upgraded to Legendary Evolution, but they receive the update time by time, so some weapons will take some time to get the upgrade. Right now there's 4 weapons that get the upgrade. Let me see if they talk about the weapons here. Well, it doesn't say here what weapons are, but it's the Apocalypse, the Vorpal Shade, the Elhanan Fingertips, and the Hestia Knives. These are the 4 weapons that got the Legendary upgrade. And from the 4 weapons, the best weapon should be the Hestia Knife. But the Hestia Knife has received a little nerf because in Japan it was a weapon released around 2 years of the game lifetime. So it couldn't be released with the same power, so it would just make everything in one hit kill and it would bring out the fun of the game. I know that active skills are most important things on most of the time, because sometimes you just can't survive the nukes from the enemies. Some bosses just do too much damage and the best strategy is just to kill them faster. But if they release something just so powerful that makes the game a joke, it won't be fun for anyone to game. So that's why the Hestia Knife received the nerf, and if the Hestia Knife was still as strong as Japan, it would be the best weapon for people to upgrade. But well, also Hestia Knife has 2 free slots for free skills to equip, and after Hestia Knife there's Vorpal Shade. It's a very globally used weapon, and very good candidate for Legendary Evolution, but also it's one of the first weapons to receive this upgrade. And when an weapon gets the upgrade very soon on the cycle, it usually gets over power crept with not much time after this. But also, if you have the Alphons with the Unique Orb, I do think it's maybe worth to upgrade your Vorpal Shade and just make the game way easier by doing that. Okay, this will make this weapon safe for a lot of time, and a lot of content will be just easy because of it. But like I said, it's not that important to do this right now. You can just wait for see if there's another weapon to release. The Vorpal Shade was easy to max because it was a guaranteed weapon to get, and that's why it's easy to do this. Okay, they now have also before the Legendary Evolution. Another thing to say is the Legendary Evolution makes your weapon reset the limit break, so you have to use the Ember again. So this takes a lot of resources again. Okay, and now let's get a look on Soul Sublimation. And Soul Sublimation is the type of rebirth system that some games have. When you reach the max level, you just click and use this stuff here. When you go to the... Let's just get there so we can explain better by just getting a look. I can just make my Legendary Evolution right now because I'm not so sure if I want to do this with Vorpal Shade. But there's one character of mine that has so much higher level that can see the Soul Sublimation. And it's Cena. Well, when you go to... You have a character it's not maxed on the limit break. It says limit break here on the 4th page on the character screen, and you can just choose the bulk stage you want to upgrade the character. You can just click here or just here and you get the limit break. But once you have the character that's already used the bulk number 5, you just get to the screen. It's changed through Soul Sublimation and it will revert you to level 1 if you use. I can't do this because my level is not 99. You still need to reach the max level before. And then you use the Soul Sublimation option, and the star that's here after the 99 here will shine, and you be reverted to level 1, and you get more status just by leveling up all the way back. But what doesn't change here is that party skills will keep the same. You can check here. You just don't get 2 times the party skills when you do this. It will be just way too much for getting to skill level 8 with just a single character, but it just doesn't happen. So you don't really need the Soul Sublimation to get the party skills to the max, okay? Doesn't add a new level. So just rest assured that this is not that important for this. But also it's important to do this because there will be the potential board system that will be released that increases the Nachic status of your characters even more. The Soul Sublimation is just important because of some type of skills that you get when you use the Soul Sublimation. That you have to swipe to left or right, I'm not so sure. I didn't had a chance to test this on Japan, so this I'm talking just about what I heard. Let's go back on notice and check on other stuff. There's still here upcoming new features. Okay, let's talk about the Soul Sublimation. You use that Key of Guidance. We got the Key of Guidance for free right now. On the 5 days from now, you'll get another one, and we'll keep getting this stuff by shops or just clearing some stages in the game. Okay, this is a new farming process and a new way to upgrade your characters. That says here about the stuff about the Legendary Evolution. You need to get the weapon to the max level. It's level 65, and you have to limit break it to the max to get to that point. And also the active skill needs to get to the max. You also use a legendary Rainbow Stone for its difference. You see, the item from Soul Sublimation is Key of Guidance, and the item to upgrade and evolve the weapon is called Legendary Rainbow Stone. You see, and it also says here the Legendary Rainbow Stone can be brought by 200 Divine Fragments in the normal exchange booth. The Legendary Rainbow Stone will be available from events and all can be used for all weapon classes. It's just a common item. It's not like sometimes you need a hammer from a different type to get more things, and so this is just an item from all the weapons. Okay, so you will be using different stones, rainbow stones, to get limit breaks, and so to get to the max, a weapon will need 8,000 divine fragments. If you're just counting to get these rainbow stones from divine from exchange. Let's get there so we can show better this stuff. We'll go to exchange buff and we get to permanent exchange. Here, you see Legendary Rainbow Stone. You need 8,000 because you'll be needing 40 of each of this Legendary Rainbow Stone to get it to the max. So the level max will be 70. I don't remember. I'm not so sure. I need to check this later. But the number is the same. It's 8,000 for a maxed weapon to legendary weapon to the max. Also, you keep the active skill of the weapon. You won't need to raise it again. But also upgrading a weapon with the legendary Rainbow Stone will make it a little stronger, because the passive skills may be better. In the case of Orbital Shade, there's something that happens. Let's just get there. I can just click here and you see. But I need to get one stone there. Let me get one stone. I don't think this is bad to get one of the stones here. I just get one. Here's a permanent exchange. Okay, I will just get one stone so I can show you guys better. It was sent to my box. I just claim it. Okay, now I get to the upgrade and I click on Evolve Weapon. I need to click here on Evolve and then I click here. See, it says evolving material required and it's 40 stones. See, I just have one. I need to get more. The game itself will give you more of this legendary Rainbow Stone, but the easy way to acquire is just trade for Divine Fragments. If you had a chance to farm the Narrate or the Refuse Word, you just have a lot, baby. I do have enough for at least one upgrade. At least one weapon will be legendary evolution for me, but I will wait a little if this is the best choice or not. Okay, so this concludes this stuff. Let's check what's more for us to talk. There's notice here. Also the new feature, I think this concludes. Let me see, there's something, there's also some campaign that will give us more freebies. That's large experience and experience again, and some bucks and the key of guidance. It's for the soul sublimation. Oh, well, here it says July will have the potential word. The potential word is just like Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 13, or any game that has a board so you can choose badges or something to raise your status. And there's the limited skill and an enchant skill. The limited skill is a skill that has some special requirements for you to use, and if you use sometimes once a battle or sometimes multiple times, it sometimes uses modified gauge. Each character has one. This changes a little stuff for the game, but not right now, and it's not the right time for us to talk about this stuff. And the enchant skill, I don't even know what this is. I have to check later. So that's it. This concludes this, and the new things that are upcoming. We got the challenge from the Black Valkyrie. I'll talk about this on my past video. It's a very easy event just to get some free stuff. But the most important thing is the new third Valhalla Assault event. It says that it will start tomorrow by the reset time, and there's 2 new weapons. It says and 2 new characters. Well, 2 new characters you see here. It's the new characters. Let me check the name. It's Gloria and Marge. Well, it's not common for us to get new characters along with Valhalla Assault. This kind of says that the game wants to progress faster so they can reach Japan. I don't think so. But, well, you see, it's kind of a good thing for us because we can get more characters while we summon for weapons on Valhalla Assault, so it's not a bad thing at all for the players. So the new weapons are imbued, so they will do more damage on the event. And the new characters, it doesn't say if they have plus damage, but let me check here. It also says that there's 2 banners, one for 10 times and another one for 1 time. Okay, this says more information, and that's something that people was not, that may be confusing here. It says step up divine weapon, and it says that you get the support ticket Glory and merge for every summon that you do, and it says how much it increases the drop chances from 6-star weapons or artifacts, but it doesn't say that you have a guaranteed weapon from the summon. Well, Valhalla Assault 2 was a very cool event because they had the guaranteed weapon from each time you pull on the banner, and there's no information about this here. You don't see this here. It only says the support ticket, that they raise the chance for 6-star and the drop rate for artifacts, but also it doesn't say about this word here. It says the Hala. It's the name of this word. It's a very funny name. But you see here, it says 3 times the drop rate for 6 star. It's when you just pull in the 3rd time. But 6 star Valhalla is guaranteed on every step. So, well, if this works as the second Valhalla Assault, each step will give you the weapon. But I'm not so sure if this means that only after the 3rd time you'll be getting the weapon on guarantee. But I don't think so. I don't think they will stick to their plans and make the weapon a guarantee for every step that you perform. Even the first one that costs 3,000 gems. So this makes a little like the last event. I just recommended you guys to get the first banner pull at least, so you can give a head start on the event. Then you get the first weapon, use the limit break embers that you have, and you get way more points just the start, and you get more freebies along the way. It's very recommended to do at least the first one, okay? So, well, how about the Valhalla's word? Let's talk about the weapon, and then after we'll talk about the characters. This Valhalla's weapon is a 2nd generation weapon. You see that the max physical is 2000, and max magic is not important because we're not using this with mages. And the max defense is a little beyond 400. It's very similar to the SGS word that we got from our version of the SGS words. That it's a little nerf. So okay, we just have to click on weapon detail. We can click this because this image is not clickable at all. But it says here this deals very heavy physical damage to all enemies from the fire element. And the ground standard, which means standard is how much damage it gains from each limit active skill upgrade you do. But you see, it's very heavy only. Most weapons are so far based on very heavy, and very heavy is the same thing that we have from the Ignite free weapon. Well, you need to get to the Ignite weapon to the max. For getting this, mine is upgraded to the max. You see Ignite here, deals very heavy physical damage to all enemies, also from the fire element. I got the 3rd use by reaching the active skill count on max. So let's get back there. And we can see that this weapon is good. The Tremolo is one of the best weapons for damage on active skills. And then this weapon has 3 uses. The Tremolo was only 2 uses, so this makes for this a little better than the Tremolo. Well, let's get back to the notice here, so we can talk more. So this word will be the best damage, but also way similar to the Tremolo. Let me click here on the notice. So yeah, let's talk about the last weapon, and this is supposed for the fire's word, and it's also has an immune damage from fire damage up, and the activation rate is 100%, so it's always activate. And there's also a 100% damage plus for the 3rd of Valhalla Assault, and also the contribution points gets to 500% plus, so when you get to the max limit break. So this word here is just too much similar to the Hestia knife that we have right now, but the Hestia knife can be upgraded to Legendary Evolution, but the Valhalla's word can't. And there is also this Rossway's bow. It says here is a 5-star weapon, but the image has 6 stars, so it's probably 6 stars. It says it's from the lightning element. Also the same bonus, you see 100% damage plus, and the same bonus on contribution points. And also has the lightning damage up like the other weapon. Also activation on 100%. But what's the best thing for this bow here? Well, it does severe damage to a single enemy using magic. It's similar to the Vorpal Shade, but magic damage instead of physical. And the element is thunder, so it's a different element for the Vorpal Shade, so you have 2 types of nuke. But the problem here is it's not even a problem, it's 2 attacks like the Vorpal Shade. The bow weapons are not strong as our swords or great swords, or even stabs, so this makes this bow not that strong as the other options, but also a very good weapon. And something that I need to see here is just that if this event goes as the same as the past events, we will have the bow as a reward from the contribution points. It's not here, I need to get to the second information here. Let's get here and we can check information here. Contribution points, it says rewards include tickets, gems, hammers, medals, and even imbued weapons. So imbued weapons means that it's the 6-star weapons because this is the 2 weapons that are imbued. Okay, and then there's information more about the exchange, but there's the similar stuff from the past Valhalla Assault. There's the ranking awards will be probably the same. Okay, and this is a 6 days event. And the enemies will be weak to lightning and fire. The same weapons as they are sold here. But I do believe there will be different weaknesses from each boss that you see. Now we just talk a little about the new characters. I will do a review on them later, but let's just talk about something here. And well, just looking at the information, there's the... Let me see their names. It's Gloria and Marge. Gloria is a type of tank, but she doesn't even have that much passives that make her a true tank. She doesn't draw attacks, so she's only good when the enemy is already targeting her. And there's Gloria, and she's a little better because her passive skills are more damage oriented. It also has some defensive things, lower chance of being cursed. She's from the ice element, and the other characters from the fire element. Fire is this. So that's it, guys. There's information from her orbs, and Gloria orb is not that big, not that good. She's a tank character trying to do critical hits, and Marge is a character that tries to be good on every stage. It has attack and mag, and increases damage with ice attack. So I don't recommend you going for the first character, but the second one seems interesting. But I'll do a review on this later, okay? So that's it, guys. I need to close this video. We'll see each other on the next video. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't.